and evaluation is the cornerstone to success in Toastmasters. If you want professional speakers in your chapter, in your club, and you wish to win contests, and you wish to be somewhere, it's the evaluators who bring them up. Make sure that you're critical. Make sure you tell them that take this criticism in a very nice way. Go up the ladder, learn the skills, and one day you're there. And once you win the contest, I will smile. I don't need you to tell me that I am the person who trained you. No. You can think of anybody on that stage, but then eventually you won. And you won because of who? Because of yourself. And because you cultivated in you a lot of qualities which probably were not within you. Yeah? What I also learned is leadership and networking. 12 years of my career in Toastmasters. In the UAE, you have only 26 meetings in a year because we meet on alternate weeks. And if you stick to a club, you can attend to 26 meetings per year for 12 years. So it's something around 300 or 350 meetings. The way Toastmasters has grown and the way Toastmasters is growing in India, who stops you from attending other club meetings? You're not supposed to speak if they don't give you a chance to speak. But they can't stop you from going there, sitting, listening and watching to the best of people. In fact, I was discussing with one of your guests here, what's the difference between a meeting you attended on Friday in the Garden City Toastmasters and here? And we were discussing that during the interval. Now he was sitting and watching here and he was sitting and watching here too. I could get a glimpse of what's the difference he made out. And I know he will make his best decision as to where he fits. Because it's his decision. He needs to be comfortable, he needs to be welcome, and he needs to know that if I'm here, this is my path to success. Because Toastmasters is all about you. It's not about anybody else. Okay? Networking is very, very good. I don't know whether this happens in India, but in the UAE, we network a lot. We do meet once in 15 days, but we have a lot of other clubs. We have a directory of Division J, Division B, Division H. We are all on Facebook. Every division is on the Facebook. No events nowadays are announced on email or somebody calling you. They just put it on Facebook saying, 26th, there is an event coming up. So you go and register yourself. And then you go there, you don't find anybody from your club. But then you find a lot of other people. In the UAE, as of now, you have 3,000 Toastmasters. In the Middle East, you have more than 10,000. And I attend every annual convention without fee. If in case you wish to network, you wish to know more about people, and you wish to have a helping hand, when you lose a job, when somebody is ill, when you need something very, very important in life, networking is what does it for you. Your annual convention, I heard, is in May, and it's going to happen in Mysore. Infosys is my dearest place because I stayed with Infosys for 40 days when I was with ABL, and I came on a project. That's how I knew your division governor. Lata was here, and that's how I got introduced. And I did a session for Toastmasters even in Infosys at that time. And this is happening in Infosys, I think, in May. And when it's happening in Infosys in May, in Mysore, which is a beautiful place, why not attend it? And why not have the chance to mingle with a lot of people? The way to do it is, there are round tables. Please make sure that you don't sit with your own club Toastmasters. Try getting around the table and sit on different places. You will understand that there are different brains on earth. He creates human brains in different ways. And the moment you start understanding them, you will learn everything in life. No one is perfect. No one is great in this world. Everybody is a human being. Last two are for you. Rate and clarity and contest. I learned this beautifully. Indians have a way of speaking English. Very fast. We think we are the masters. We think that anyone and everyone in this world will understand what we say. I beg to disagree. You're not in the international market. Sit there and try to speak. Half of the Filipinos will tell you, your voice is good, but I couldn't understand anything. Yeah? So think about this. The rate is very important. Unless and until you come up to a pace which everybody can understand, I don't think you'll convey a message. I did speak in a forum which was the Internal Auditors Forum around 20 days ago. And this was an international forum. And you had in the audience all auditors, professional auditors. And when you call auditors professional, their age is minimum of 50 plus. Because they would have climbed that ladder of success slowly, surely, and they think they are the masters in audit. They don't understand the value of the latest technology. They are used to paper. If in case you need evidence, they say, okay, show it on paper. Have you written a procedure? And somebody has signed on it. I want to see that paper. That's the audit mentality. And in front of hundreds of such people, I had to deliver a speech for 45 minutes on audit interface with technology. And imagine this, you have 70% of the audience who are 50 plus and 30% of the audience who have just started their audit career. They've just finished their college and they are in the internship as one of the auditors. All I did was, in the opening, can I, by show of hands, know how many of you have a BlackBerry with you? 100%. They all have. And then I said, how many of you keep it switched off after 5 o'clock in the evening? All the 50 plus raised their hands. The rest of them were keeping cool. The third question was, if you switch it off at 5 o'clock, and those of you who don't switch it off at 5 o'clock, what happens if your boss sends you a message at 10 in the evening? How do you take it? Out of the 30% remaining youngsters, 20 to 25% raised their hands and said, we have to reply. If we don't reply, our boss will get very furious. The question I asked them was, at 10 o'clock if you respond, your boss's BlackBerry is already switched off, he's here, he's above 50. What is the message you're giving? What's the work you're going to do at 10 in the night? Even a yes or a no answer doesn't help, because he's going to check his BlackBerry only tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. So you need to understand, very importantly, gadgets are there. Gadgets have to be used, but you need to know where to limit yourself. But then gadgets have very beautiful technology. You can keep in pace with the world. And if you don't have the latest technology with you, I don't think your boss will respect you, first of all. And then the rest will not even look at you. So getting to the audience is very important. Clarity of your speech. And luckily, or for my fate, BlackBerry Torch had been introduced in the UAE 2 days before. And I knew this is going to be the winning corner. I bought the BlackBerry Torch. And in front of that audience, when I finished my speech, I showed them, this is the latest technology in the market, released just 2 days ago. How many of you have it? Not one person in the audience had it. So the clarity of your message is, adopt technology, but know how to limit yourself. So clarity is required whenever and wherever you speak. Today's speakers in particular were very, very good in the clarity. Though some of you were slightly fast, but then the clarity was there. The last point in clarity is a message. Regardless of what you wanted to become, a chaiwala, a commentator or anything, your message at the end is what I spoke in Gardens Toastmaster about. Passion, the love. The passion, the love of doing something is what makes you successful. If you feel Toastmasters is the place for improving your communication skills, this is it. If you feel it's not, it's not. But there is some other place where you will get into. You have to get into, because then you can't win this ladder of success. You have to be competitive in this world. And if you're not, you'll be left far behind. I'm still dreaming of that winner, as I told you in the Gardens chapter, of that person in the entire world to be the public speaking champion of the world. And that from this part of the world, the Middle East, the Asia Pacific, if you call it. If you are somebody who is winning contests, why not dream of winning the international public speaking contest? Why I'm telling you that is, dreams make us. The moment you dream, you are there. The moment you think about yourself as Arnold Schwarzenegger, you are there. You might be dreaming about him, but then one day you'll stand in front of him, and if you're asked to shake his hand as the international public speaker of the world, how would you feel? Will you show your body or will you show your cup?
Both.
Both. That's body language. So, to finally summarize, Toastmasters is a fantastic institution. What you want is what you get. What you wish to have is what you will be delivered. but the effort is from you. Nobody else will take you on the ladder of success. It's you, and you alone. Toastmaster.